Hi everyone, my name is Sherry Najoka and I will be your instructor for Accounting 150. First, I'd like to welcome you to the class, and I'm going to give you a quick tour of our space in Canvas. I also want to point out that this class is split into two completely separate sections. In the first half of the course, we will be doing all of our work for QuickBooks Online, and then everything will close and we will start to do the work for Microsoft Excel. Just wanted to point that out. We're not going to be doing both at the same time, so you won't be having to switch back and forth between learning different things. So when you first enter our course in Canvas, it will take you to this, the modules page. In here is some course info. So a lot of information in here. It's mostly about QuickBooks. That's usually where students have a lot of questions. Please read through all of this. This is very important. There is one discussion for the entire course. It is just for you to introduce yourself. I'm just going to ask you a few questions. So you click on here, hit reply, and then answer all of these questions. That's all you need to do. There are no other discussions for this course. The syllabus assignment, you just click on the syllabus over here on the navigation pane. Notice it says, please read the syllabus when you have read it in its entirety. Click the acknowledgement button on the bottom. So you'll need to read through it all the way down on the bottom. Oh, which you can't see. There's an acknowledge button down below where this recording thing stops. That's interesting. The one thing I want to point out in the syllabus, and I'm going to talk, is the book for QuickBooks. There are two options. One is to purchase the ebook, which includes the eLab where you will submit all of your assignments, and a free trial for QuickBooks Online. You will need both of those. You can also purchase the ebook with the lab and the free trial and a physical copy of the book. If you do not have either two devices or two monitors, I highly suggest that you purchase the physical book. You will need to have the program, QuickBooks Online, taking up your entire screen while you're reading the book. If you can't do that, it's going to be a challenge to be minimizing and maximizing and minimizing and maximizing, or using a split screen and having to scroll a lot. Those are your options. You do not need to purchase both. It is cheaper if you only buy the ebook, but it is a lot more difficult if you do not have two devices. For the second half of the course, when we do Excel, you will not need to purchase anything. The Excel book is very expensive, so I have come up with an open educational resource that I think is quite sufficient for basic Excel. So for QuickBooks, I have a direct link here to the test drive. The test drive is QuickBooks pre-made company with all kinds of information already set in the company. Anytime you start a chapter and you need to practice things, and the book will tell you, open the test drive, you will be going here in order to do the work. When you leave the test drive, everything that you entered will disappear. It will be reset back to its original settings. So if you start something in the test drive but you don't have time to finish, you're going to be in trouble, because when you close it or it logs you out after 3 hours, it will reset. So make sure that when you're working in the test drive, you have enough time to finish the entire assignment. Everything in Chapter 1 is done in the test drive. When you are done with the test drive, you will need to log out, because when you start Chapter 2, you will do things in your own company that you're going to create. So notice in Chapter 1, there are very few notes. There's not much going on. In Chapter 2, where you're doing things in your company, My notes that I'm giving you are a lot more. Okay, so read through these. I'm actually telling you which section. So DYS is develop your skills, RYS is reinforce your skills, and AYS is assess your skills. So anything that is a DYS, there's nothing to submit, but you still need to do them in order for everything else after that to be correct. So even though there's no assignments that you're getting graded on for DYS, you'll need to do them, because when you get to RYS, right, those things need to have been done in order for RYS and AYS to be correct. So make sure you read all of my notes. These are the actual assignments. So reinforce your skills 2-1, it's chapter 2, it's the first assignment. You'll just click on here. When you have completed the assignment, I'm telling you what to do. Submit a screenshot of your chart of accounts. Then I'm giving you a hint. Be sure from LA City Bank to accounts payable is visible, and I'm telling you at this point in time the checking should be $59,000. This is what your submission should look like. And then you'll click on here. It will take you to the eLab where you will upload a screenshot. Most of the RYSs are screenshots. The AYSs, apply your skills, are actually Excel files. And it's just click on here. They tell you in the book what you're submitting, but it also reminds you here it's a chart of accounts. When we get to, here we go, the Excel portion of the class, this is the direct link to the book. It's only one module. Everything, so right now, everything for QuickBooks is open. So if you would like to get it all done in the first week or two, that's absolutely fine. Not a problem. Those will close on October 12th, and then the Excel portion will be open. And again, all of the Excel is open at once, so if you wanted to do all of it in the first week or two of the second half of the semester, totally fine. The QuickBooks portion, each chapter has a quiz. You will do the quiz in Canvas. The questions from the quiz are actually in the book, so you can do them in the ebook. It will tell you which answer is correct. And then you will come into Canvas and take the quiz here. Your grades will show over in this section. I suggest that you check your grades often. If for some reason you have a dash or you do not have 100%, you can submit everything in QuickBooks up to 4 times. So you submit it, I will grade it, and then you can read my feedback, make corrections, and resubmit. If it's an RYS, I physically am going into the eLab, I'm opening up what you submitted, looking at it, making sure it's correct, and giving you a grade. If it's an AYS, apply your skills, the computer is grading it because you're submitting an Excel file and it's checking specific cells for specific information. Then it will give you, and actually this is what it will look like. So you can look over here and you see, oh, I got 10 out of 10 for all of these things. This person only got 7.5 out of 10. They probably spelled something wrong. Spelling is critical. So look at whatever they're saying you got wrong, verify whatever it is in your program, and then you can make the correction and resubmit. Okay, I do believe that's all I have to say right now. If you have any questions about the syllabus, about the course, about a specific problem that you are working on and you can't seem to figure it out, or the eLab maybe is telling you something is not correct and you think it is, please, please, please email me. I am here to help you. Okay? We also have an embedded tutor, Peter. He will be contacting you at some point. And you can get extra credit for visiting Peter during his sessions. More on that to follow. Okay, I hope we have a great semester, and let's get to it.